Mark and Shauna, and this is the tree house. I recommend to learn the tree house that followers first start by learning a left-handed cartwheel. So the motion of the tree house is a lot like doing a cartwheel to the left side here and coming up straight there. So if you can get that motion down, it will become a lot easier to do the aerial. So we're going to be here on side-by-side position, but the follow is actually on the opposite side I would normally be on if we were doing Charleston. Normally I'd be on this side of Mark. For the treehouse, it's the opposite side. And
you can actually do the treehouse from either side, but
it's a lot easier from this side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so as the follow, I'm bringing my arm into Mark's armpit here and then over the top of his shoulder, and I'm pulling down on his shoulder.
And my arm is just on top of her shoulder here, and it's just kind of draped on top.
Right, and he's pushing down as well so that we have really good connection here when I go up for the aerial.
To prep for this aerial, we're going to get the follows into a cradle position, but our hands are going to be right above her hips.
It's really similar to what we do for the hat trick. So we want to come up here, follows have a nice tight core here, and we're just going to hit this sort of dead bug position. And follows, I just do a rock step on the right, and I tend to choose a more skip up prep for this, which is a rock step, hop step, and up instead of just rock step, stepping up. So as we do this whole thing, we have a rock step, hop step, and up here, and we want to try to hold this and have a nice tight position. For our next step, we just give a little more momentum. Follows, I think about kicking my legs over just like a left-handed cartwheel, and then Mark's going to catch my waist, and then we get the tree house. Ready? We have a rock step, and up we go. And I try to keep my legs up there. Follow, this hand here is not needed, so sometimes we do funny shapes with it, or you can hang onto the arms there. On our second time through, here's some more tips that you'll want for the treehouse. First of all, when you're doing the prep, we tend to turn this way as the follow, but when you're doing the actual treehouse, you want to make it like a cartwheel, so I keep my hips sideways. So when I kick that first leg up, it needs to go this way, like with this first hip shooting this way. And that's going to be really important, or you won't get the right momentum or direction to go over. Okay, so here we go. Rock step, and up we go. Okay, now the most common mistake we see with the treehouse is that the follows think this is straight, and they bring the legs back really far. You want to keep these a little more forward than you think is appropriate.
The most important thing as the leader that you can do for this aerial is make sure that this connection on her shoulder, that's really how you're holding her up. And if she's not doing a good job reciprocating with her arm here, because this is really going to be for her what holds her up when she's actually upside down.